going on?
Welcome to my home.
Something incredible is happening in Jamaica right now. The island is transforming right before our very eyes. Crime rates are plummeting. Recovery efforts are in full swing. Major public sector projects are happening island-wide. And at the center of it all sits something remarkable. Jamaica's most ambitious residential development in history, the Pinnacle.
When Pinnacle is complete, it's going to be a monument of the new Jamaica. It is showing Jamaicans that we can build on a world standard. We can build sharp and clean and still be Jamaican.
Though it will be home to the tallest residential building in the English-speaking Caribbean, we are not here to talk about the records the Pinnacle is breaking or the skyline that it's changing.
I'm born and raised in Montego Bay, and just helping to reshape the city, that I hold very dearly to my heart.
It represents us. And once this is completed and the world sees that this is Montego Bay done by Montego Bay, it's going to elevate us also.
We are here to talk about the ripple, the people in its orbit.
Pinnacle now has moved Montego Bay in the modern luxury era, and that is not just a definition, it's a statement that they would have made.
A quiet shift is happening. The conversation about what Jamaica is capable of is changing, and that shift continues to unfold.
I could have been to Dubai, I could have purchased something in Miami, but here's my roots. This is where I'm from, so hence I want to develop where I'm from. I want to be involved in making Jamaica a better place. I wanted my kids experience what it's like growing up in Jamaica.
My name is Winthrop Wellington, and I have spent years telling the story of Jamaica's potential, and this project speaks to that potential. I'm here to take you on a journey through the lives this project is already changing, the team members, the local business owners, Jamaicans coming home. You will witness a cultural collaboration at a scale Jamaica has never seen before, with a leadership philosophy that is shifting the mindset of everyone it touches.
You always think more far, not just think like 5 years, 10 years. Maybe you think 100 years for the next generation, for the city, for the country, not really think about yourself.
Together, their stories tell you everything that you need to know about where Jamaica is going. This is what moves through every floor of this project. The lifeblood, the pulse. This is the heart of the Pinnacle.
So why we don't build something here and let people come in?
I'm Jason Russell, Montego Bay, born and raised. Owner, operator, Pier 1 Montego Bay, also president of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry at the moment.
In the last, I would say 10 years or so, I felt this long moving transition of the country moving in a direction that I really never felt before. I look at a project development like the Pinnacle as one of these tip of the spear examples of the direction that Jamaica is heading in, and the type of products and the type of residents that are coming and the lifestyle that is coming to Jamaica. So I would love to hear from your perspective what you thought of this project when you first heard of it, and what do you think this is going to mean to Montego Bay?
So you're right in feeling that transformation in Jamaica. Jamaica came from, let's call it the Bob Marley era. Rasta, zinc, bamboo, red, green, and gold. We're not leaving it behind. And when dancehall came out, that was the same rhetoric that we started to get. When Shabba and Yellow Man and Ninja Man and so on started to not push back, but bring forth a new Jamaica. A faster, hipper, more digital style of Jamaica. We're moving away from Chenge. You got the pushback. But then we moved into the Usain Bolt era. Before it was very laid back, Ironman, sit on the beach and have a beer. And almost overnight, it became efficient and fast and clean and hip. for a young person in Jamaica, it's refreshing. Because of course, to build something Jamaican tends to want to be, let's dumb it down. And then all of a sudden, we've seen a different vibe coming out of the Jamaica culture. Where in order to build Jamaica, it needs to be fresh and clean and tropical. The Pinnacle is timely in all of this. It is showing Jamaicans that we can build on the world standard. We can build sharp and clean and still be Jamaican. We can build high rises now. We've almost released the shackles and said, look, Jamaica can be anything it wants to be. Jamaica can be Dubai. All we have to do is dream. Now, when Pinnacle is complete, it's going to be a monument of the new Jamaica. It's going to be the first of its kind to say the shackles are off and we're now going to be building in the sky. I am almost 100% certain you're going to see downtown Montego Bay start to push some high-rise businesses. It's just the catalyst. It's the first to market of its kind, and it's timely. Definitely timely.
How do you see the relationship between the Pinnacle and Pier 1?
The Pinnacle going to be a synergy for everybody. You're creating wealth within a space, you're creating consumption. It's up to businesses in Montego Bay to support. They don't have a choice. You're going to have the wealthy of the wealthiest owning homes and apartments. You're going to have tourists staying there. You're going to have even the environs. You know, it's time for people to start thinking 2-3 years down the line, how do I buy the piece of land down the road and put up a bar? How do I put up a car wash? How do I put up, you know, a high-end supermarket? Somewhere that sells caviar, somewhere that sells, you know, jewelry stores that sell diamonds and Rolexes. We have to move with the demand. Pinnacle is creating the demand, and it's up to us at the chamber, it's up to us as Montego Bay businessmen at large to create the supply. These are the conversations that are happening. How can Jamaica build with an industrial background, not just build with culture? We have to build with strength, we have to build with efficiency, we have to build out infrastructure. You know, these are hard conversations for a lot of people, but it's timely. Jamaica is not stuck, and that's a good thing. You know, under good governance, Jamaica is moving fast in the right direction. To have opened our tourism season less than 2 months after a Category 5 hurricane is not an easy feat. And it's because we're not building with bamboo and thatch and zinc anymore. We're building with modern materials, we're building with, you know, real engineering and real forward thinking. We're no more resilient. And that's the Jamaica that I want to be a part of. That's the Jamaica that the Chamber of Commerce is pushing. How do we do business in a modern way with, you know, trusting and real engineering materials instead of feeling and guts? You know, we have to move with the time.
What do you think will be the economic effects of the Pinnacle on the greater Montego Bay business community?
Well, let's first start at the beginning, the first domino. Jamaica has set the stage to build the Pinnacle. Low-end crime rates, proper infrastructure, airports, shipping, roadways. Let's build something high-end. And it is the mantra, build it and they will come. We've built a country that people want to live in, and now we've built or building a facility that people want to live in. Once that happens, the next domino to fall really is the supporting structure that goes with it. All the amenities that are required to live the life of somebody living in a Pinnacle. Somebody that had the choice to go south of France, to go to Hamptons, to go South Beach. No, we want to live in Jamaica, but we like nice things. So maybe we couldn't sell caviar before. Maybe Rolex couldn't really open a Rolex store here before. Maybe a Bentley dealership wouldn't be appropriate, but it can be now. Now that we're building homes for these individuals, they're gonna want the support. And it's up to us to see that and follow suit. So those are the dominoes. And then once that happens, more Pinnacles are gonna be built. Because people are gonna tell their friends and say, look, I'm in Jamaica, I'm having the time of my life. One of the best countries we've ever lived in. And it's not gonna take them long to see that. And then somebody's gonna have the bright idea, well, there needs to be another Pinnacle. And boom, the dominoes start falling. And before you know it, people who invest in hotels, billion-dollar hotels, don't invest based on what the climate is today. They don't invest in where the crime rate is today or what the dollar is today or what that road looks like. They invest in decades. So they've stayed where they've seen and spoken to who they need to talk to and realize that Jamaica is on the cusp of greatness. And it triggered them to say, we need to get there. We need to get there fast. I mean, who wouldn't invest in a place like this?
What would you say to somebody who is thinking about investing in Jamaica and perhaps moving here?
If I was to give any advice to somebody moving here, forget your troubles at home. Come to Jamaica and slow down. Really look for the meaning of life, and I'm sure you'll find it here. Also, don't dumb down your expectations. If you want fancy, buy a Pinnacle apartment. If you want a shack on the beach, buy a beachfront property with a shack on it. Anything you want here at this point, you can get it. If you want a Rolls Royce, you drive a Rolls Royce. If you want a Toyota Corolla, you drive a Toyota Corolla. Come to Jamaica and experience the culture the way you want to access it. We're not in the place now where we're telling you how to incorporate your life in Jamaica. You can now dictate, based on the developments that are happening, you can dictate the standard of life you want to live. There are private hospitals, Pinnacle homes, private villas, but then there's a taxi man that will carry you around and you stop at the local spot and have a beer. Come and slow down and enjoy, to me, what life is about.
So my name is Garth Reed, reside in New York City. A senior systems engineer for the New York Times, enjoy soccer, and returning to Jamaica. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. So I was 14 years old when I migrated to USA.
Why are you coming back, or what inspired you to come back?
That's interesting. I have deep roots in Jamaica. I have family here. My mom's, before she passed, lived here. And I've always had this connection to Jamaica. I try to come twice a year. So inevitably, I wanted to be here. You know, I wanted my kids to kind of experience what it's like growing up in Jamaica. So hence the reason why my attachment is still here for Jamaica.
Do your kids come back to Jamaica often?
Yes, they come back whenever I come back. I have 3 kids. The eldest, he tries to come back once a year. My middle son, he comes back for the summer. They love Jamaica.
The selfish part of me wants to, I don't know how old your kids are, what they're doing or whatever they're into, but it's like, man, I would love to have them move here and invest here and build businesses here and that sort of thing.
My youngest son, he's 3 years old. I think I want to get him in a school so he experience just going to school here in Jamaica. That's the objective for me, long term.
Where did you first hear about the Pinnacle?
Interesting. So I was scrolling on Instagram and it popped up, I think as an ad, if I'm not certain. The following day, my wife came and said, hey, take a look at this building in Jamaica. It really looks nice. I actually saw your video and I watched the video for a while and it sparked my interest. Just it being one of the tallest building in Jamaica at that point, I'm not sure what's gonna be in the future. You know, it kind of sparked my interest to say, hey, take a look of it, see what could happen. And eventually I contacted sales reps and we talked and we're here now.
That seems to be like the theme of the people that we spoke with today, like this incredible sense of pride for Jamaica, and then to be just in proximity. In your case, you're in it, you know, and you're literally helping and being part of the progress of Jamaica. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been to Miami, and there's luxury in Miami, and I always wonder why Jamaica never had this, and it's interesting now it's here, and that's the reason why I wanted to be a part of it. It makes me feel good to see that Jamaica could stand amongst the elite ultra luxurious properties in the world, and this being the first, I could see the future is bright for Jamaica. Along with many other things, I think the future is definitely bright for Jamaica. Jamaica has in my opinion, has a stable government, and I like the direction that they're going. I could have been to Dubai. I could have purchased something in Miami. Here's my roots. This is where I'm from, so hence I want to develop where I'm from. I want to be involved in making Jamaica a better place. I'm not paying someone else's, I own. You know, I take a lot of pride in that. That gives me great joy to say, hey, you know what? You own ultra luxurious property in Jamaica. That's something great and something beautiful.
What do you think this development means for Jamaica, that having this here, and like, what do you think the impact is going to be?
Could be nothing but positive. Nothing but positive. I think this is the framework for what could happen for Jamaica now and in the future. I'm pretty sure within 5-10 years, Jamaica will advance, more buildings are going to be up. And as the Prime Minister said, this could be like a Singapore. And I'm hoping it becomes the Singapore. I believe it will become the Singapore.
And what would you say to somebody who is on the outside, who is kind of looking in, and that they're not sure, you know, they're thinking about investing here, they're thinking about moving here? What advice would you give them?
I would say you can't miss coming to Jamaica. From the USA, I'm 3 hours away. Luxury, 3 hours away. The crime rate is going down. That's a key plus. A stable economy, so you don't have to worry about anything else that's happened outside of this world. I would recommend people invest in Jamaica. And Jamaica just have a vibe, a continuous vibe that you cannot get anywhere else.
I'm the Assistant Project Manager here at The Pinnacle. My responsibilities include coordination and execution. So I have to ensure that the teams, you know, the subcontractors, the general contractors, so the teams, the timelines, and the quality standards are all aligned so that the project moves safely, efficiently, and as designed.
What does a project like this mean to you, and then also for you to be a part of the changing skyline that's coming to Montego Bay?
It's a rewarding feeling, really. I'm born and raised in Montego Bay, and just helping to reshape the city that, I hold very dearly to my heart. It's a feeling so grand that sometimes I can't really express it clearly, but it's just, as I said, rewarding and just a wonderful feeling to see the development of Montego Bay.
And what did you first think when you heard about this project initially?
I first thought that this is insane. But in a good way. Like, Montego Bay is gonna get this, 4 towers, 4 luxury branding towers. I thought it was such a huge leap of faith for the developers, which I must say, I must commend them for their dreams and, just believing in Jamaica, specifically Montego Bay. A lot of people, a lot of individuals have this concept or ideology that Jamaica should stay in an era where it's just beaches and, simplicity. And while we're known for having a very laid-back aura, I would let those individuals know that we can do both. Both can coexist. We can be very much laid back, very much relaxed, and also have high-rise buildings. We can very much be that comfort zone to people that see Jamaica as a nest, a comfort nest, but we can very much be that, and I don't want to say it, but that pinnacle for new developments. This is a development that is definitely reshaping Jamaica, not only Jamaica, but the Caribbean, and they can coexist. We can have complex, high-profile, world-class projects, and we can still have that relaxed, laid-back, easygoing aura. They both can coexist,
Would you say that young professionals and young people like yourself are for projects like this, and really specifically like young professional Jamaicans?
Definitely. I'd like to think I'm young myself, so I definitely think that young professionals are super excited about projects like this. We are basically setting a benchmark for construction. I don't see where this is going to be the first and the last. So young professionals and young Jamaican workers, especially in the construction field, they're definitely gearing up to probably surpass. You'll probably surpass what this project has set. So we're 28 levels. Down the line, you might hear 30, 35, 40, because I think this has definitely influenced them to say, okay, we can do this. This is nice, this is new, and a lot of young people travel and see other countries, and I think they take away from that experience in terms of, I want to bring this experience to Jamaica and make it Jamaican.
Looking down the line and into the future, maybe 5, 7, maybe even 10 years, what do you think this project is going to do, and projects like this? Like, how do you see Jamaica adapting, changing, embracing this new type of development?
I see it already. I see the changes already in terms of just the integration. We do have the Chinese here on this project as well. They basically brought their technology and their technological advancements, and I can only see us adapting the way how they work efficiently, also adapting their advancements. They've brought certain equipment, certain technology that we're not accustomed to, but we are so eager to learn. We're so eager to remake these equipment, these tools, because we're realizing now that we can also work faster with these advancements. And I think 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, buildings that would usually take Jamaicans 10 years to build, we may take 5 or 4 years to build.
In your experience with working with this Chinese developer, is there something specifically that sticks out in your mind that you learned that surprised or maybe even changed your frame of mind and approaching a particular aspect of the project, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've never seen it done this way before, it's so much better, or anything of that nature?
So many different components, I would say, but for me, I would say their mindsets. They're very solution oriented. In projects, there's almost always a problem, whether small or big, and I feel like sometimes people tend to focus on the problem and they're like, oh my gosh, and they tend to magnify the problem. But working with the Chinese, the problem is never magnified. It's no matter how complex the problem is, it's never magnified, it's never a big problem. They just go straight to solution. I think that's also a part of how efficient they are. They don't dwell on the problem, they don't dwell on the complexity. They're very solution oriented. Separate and apart from their mindset, we use the hydraulic static piling drive. That was never before done in the Caribbean. And that basically is a piling machine. As you know, the towers have 400 piles, and we are so used to that loud pounding sound when we're driving piles into the ground. But for the hydraulic static piling drive, it is so quiet. Sometimes I'll be on site, maybe like 10 feet away, and you cannot hear a thing. When I came onto this project, of course, naturally, things were going to be done a little differently, while still incorporating the Jamaican local standards. What happened was that they came here and they said, I want to learn how you do things, and I also want to teach you how you can do those things faster, more efficiently. And it's always a pleasure to learn from them and just see how things can be done differently and also effectively.
What advice would you give somebody who is thinking about moving to Jamaica? Most especially, I would say, people who are in and part of the Jamaican diaspora.
Well, first, I'd ask, why aren't they here as yet? Secondly, go for it. I mean, Jamaica has improved in so many ways. If you should compare the Jamaica 10 years, even 5 years ago, we are developing a project that is going to be recognized globally. We also still have that warm presence. The people are still warm, the people are still accommodating. So we're only improving from what you might have heard about Jamaica a couple years ago. And so if you're thinking of moving here, that's a pretty wise decision, in my opinion.
Being on high gives you better visibility, but it doesn't always give you clear vision. Vision takes intelligence, but it also takes heart and passion. And what is clear about this project is that a lot of thought has been put into it, a lot of research has been done, a lot of intelligence has been applied, but there is also the passion to get it done, the commitment to deliver and implement. And so today we are standing on high with great visibility, which is the result of a great vision. And as we pour the concrete here to top off the 28th floor, it is a concretization of the commitment for developing Jamaica.
And this is where we are now, by the corner.
But it's lovely, it's fantastic, and you're actually seeing it come to fruition before your very eyes. It's materializing.
My name is Delroy Rowe. I'm the CEO for Swift VBS, and it's an IT company that specializes in software development, CCTV installation, and networking, almost everything IT related. So we are here on this project, Pinnacle project, which is our largest project. What we are delivering here is one, and it will be the first that will be in Jamaica. The biggest project, the biggest AI project, property management software that will manage everything. So everything will be automated. We are going to have more than 300 cameras on the outside, and these will be AI cameras. You can basically talk to your room, turn on the AC, open the curtain, close the curtain. It's gonna be fully AI. For the cars that will be accessing the premises, it have license plate recognition. For those who are walking in that are tenants, they will have facial recognition. So in other words, they will have limited or less access to security. In other words, they won't have any traffic. They just
so they're not interacting with a human being. It's literally the gate will go up once they recognize oh, you're okay to be here.
Yes, and if someone that's not in the database, it will signal the security to come outside. So it's well safe. One of the things that is new is the fact that these cameras will be able to track. So if a vehicle that goes down, the other camera and it will track goes down. So if there should something happen, the playback is gonna be seamless. Just enter the license plate number.
And just follows
and it will just follow the vehicle right around for the playback. When my company was selected to be a part of this, the first thing I said was Montego Bay. Because normally when a big project like this coming, we would expect them to import people. But when they select us like a local company, so we said, yeah, because of that now, the folks around us, they even see this on a different level because they say that they are supporting the local workers. Because trust me, most of the subcontractors here are local workers, and that is very good from Montego Bay also. The whole Pinnacle project is like engraved in Montego Bay, and a lot of us coming from Montego Bay to know that we were a part of it, which is why we are also putting out our best to make it successful. You understand? Because it represents us. And once this is completed and the world sees that this is Montego Bay, done by Montego Bay, it's going to elevate us also, because they're going to want to know who did this.
That's awesome. I could hear the pride in your voice.
Yes.
And you know, one of the themes that I've been hearing with the folks that I've been talking with today and yesterday is what they have learned from an intercultural experience working with the Chinese. And everybody has had a certain experience or several experiences that they have learned something, and they have also been able to teach something to their Chinese counterparts.
Yes.
And I would like to know if you've had a moment or moments like that, and what have you learned and have taken away so far from working with the Chinese?
Our ethics is different from ours. It's like you put in a key and start the engine. Once they started to work, that's it. Once it reached their lunchtime, that's it. Anything they were doing, they just put it down. And just take their lunch, and at the time to come back, they come and they finish what they are doing. Unlike us, when it's our lunchtime and we try and finish what we are doing, and then now after we might go back in our lunch a little bit. No, they are more on time. We have adapted that principle, because at first we weren't taking lunch, we were just working right through, until we realized that once you take lunch on a specific time, our body actually recharge. You understand? So by doing that, we are getting even more done, because we were thinking that we would get more done by just working. But after a while, we realized that you start slow down. One of the things I realized with them is that they always have the machine to do the work. So while we are trying to figure out how to, manually do something, they'll just come and ask us if we need this to borrow. I love it. It's just nice. We work together. They lend us equipment. We lend them equipment, because what we do with our relationship is to not hamper any of the other working together.
Well, I'm Nevin Nish, a real estate dealer and director of Keller Williams Jamaica Realty, and also a director of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
When you first heard about this project and you saw that it was coming online here in Montego Bay, the heart of tourism, what were your initial thoughts?
I was happy. I was excited. You see, there are a lot of people who are not visionaries, and there are a lot of people who dream. But then there are a lot of procrastinators. We would have seen a lot of developments which would have been there in concept but has never yet materialized. And so too are buyers. There are buyers who are procrastinators as well, and there are those who don't believe. But we were so happy that Pinnacle was coming. Nervous, yes, but happy. Understanding where it's at, how far Montego Bay has come. I would categorize Montego Bay in the 3 L's and the different periods, where you had lard, which Montego Bay is known as the Bay of Pigs. They used to export lard from Montego Bay in the early 1500s, and then it moved to land where it got organized, and then now luxury. So Pinnacle now has moved Montego Bay in the modern luxury era, and that is not just a definition, it's a statement that they would have made, and it has transformed our usual low-rise type villa construction to now ultra-luxury, vertical, modern style, which is very different from what Jamaicans are used to. But guess what? It has opened up Jamaica, opened up Montego Bay in particular to the world in a different way, because when it is completed in a year and a half, 2 years from now, the skyline and the coastline of the city will change dramatically. the services which are being offered, the water taxi, connecting restaurants, etc., just the look and feel of pride, of resilience, of luxury, that will just be a happy and welcomed feeling to the city of Montego Bay.
So with that, especially being that you're from here, like what do people say about the Pinnacle? Like your friends, colleagues, when you go into the grocery store, like what are you hearing?
And they're happy about it. They're excited about it. They're excited about the prospects of futurity with the Pinnacle. Again, it has been the standard. And I say this to mean that everybody, even when persons are now even selling and you're there talking, I say, yes ma'am, my property is close to the Pinnacle. And I say the Pinnacle is in view, so they use it now as a point of reference. A lot of people are looking for employment already here. So the prospects and hopes are high, not just for those who are coming to live here, not for only those who are going to be doing business here, but for the connectivity and opportunities that it will give and bring to the city of Montego Bay. And again, it will be a pinnacle and a beacon of excellence.
What I would love to get your perspective on is where Montego Bay is heading now, because there's a lot happening around, and you've been here 20 years, like you said. So I would love to get your perspective, and anything specific, investment, construction, government-wise, that you want to touch on would be amazing.
What Pinnacle started is that shift in what is possible. And I tell you that the coastline of Montego Bay will change for the better. No, the beaches will not go. And because what I'm happy that the government is doing through TPDCO is developing those beaches such as Harmony Beach Park. It is for the people. The Jimmy Cliff Boulevard, there's a set project to upgrade the Jimmy Cliff Boulevard and to just improve on the connectivity. So commercial activities, there are a lot of commercial buildings which are coming right now out by the Rose Hall. You have Price Mart and other such malls and shopping areas are coming. More hotels are coming in the space. More development, more housing developments are coming in the space. The opening of the Montego Bay Perimeter Road has given that impetus for new activities, commercial and residential activities to happen. And so we're looking very shortly that Montego Bay will be more wealthy than it is, and that will give more persons opportunities for work, more families the place for them to have their to raise their children, to invest, to have their homes, for opportunities for investors to just come in and take advantage of the growing economy here in Montego Bay. I know that Montego Bay has been operating, say, 7 to 10% ahead of its national projected rate, and so I'm sure that it will continue once we get back after the recovery stage. It will rise quickly again. So yeah, so take a chance on Montego Bay, take a chance on the West.
When I 8 years, 9 years, we were so poor. We have nothing. I wear my sister's clothes. I think this country has a lot of potential. People just have to change your thinking. Never underestimate your ability, your potential. Everyone come to this world have purposes. You understand?
Yes. Yangsen, thanks so much again for inviting me into your home. I think that is really, really special when anybody invites somebody into their home.
It's my pleasure to have you. So.
I was actually going to start our conversation a little bit differently than I initially thought, because while we were speaking off camera just before this, you told me something that I didn't realize about you, giving me a little bit of insight into like what your day is like, and then also the amount of things that's on your plate. And I feel like if you don't have a certain guiding principle to kind of help calm you in these moments of like high stress? And like you told me after this, you got all these things after we have this conversation that you have to do and all these responsibilities. And so is stoicism something that you look to and lean on?
That is very important. You have those guidance from the beginning. You have to set your mind, your heart ready before you take any project. So because you choose, when you feel like anxiety, you're going to ask yourself, why you want to do this, right? And then you will come back that energy because I choose to do this. So you're gonna expect this thing gonna happen. You have so many work, so many uncertainty things. So you're prepared. So when things come, you know, oh, I already know. So you don't complain, you don't have that panic. You just focus on what you're doing.
You were speaking to me a bit about how important the environment that you surround yourself in is, and how it can literally dictate your happiness and dictate the direction that your life goes in. And you had made example of your house and where you are now and how that has helped you. And I'd love for you to speak into that a little bit more.
Oh, I think the environment is very important, as you can see. So sometimes the environment will change your thinking. I believe that kind of energy. Since I live here for 12 years, so the way I'm doing things, it changes. You always think more far, not just think like 5 years, 10 years. Maybe you think 100 years for next generation, for the city, for the country, not really think about yourself. Yeah, that is the environment energy, totally changes your mind.
And when you're making your plans and you're strategizing, is that how far you're thinking out, 50, 100 years?
So even you see like another 100 years what Jamaica will be look like, and then you back to like 20 years and 10 years and 5 years and now, so where you're gonna to start it, right? And to see after 10, 20, 50, 100 years look like. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's also important, especially in like the world that we live in today, and the day and age we live in today, where short-term gratification is almost like the norm and what everybody's going after, instead of thinking down the line and thinking generation after generation. And I think the people who think like that, more long-term and think more of a marathon instead of a sprint, they are more successful, and their families are more successful, and their friends are more successful.
I know, because we have so much social information to influence every day to people's mind. So when you see these things, people try to show off this and that. Everybody want to live that kind of life, and then they want to live that life. They need money, so their plan is look like short term, how we can get money and to live that kind of life. So they don't really see, even when you achieve that kind of life, you will feel like, it's not something you're pursuing, right? You're still not happy, you're still not, even you have $1 million, you want $1 billion, right? You will never happy, because that is on your psychology side. That is, to be honest, that is not really you, because your psychology control you, like by those social media material things. But if you have your own inner values, that is totally different, because you see things will be in different way, and in your action, the things you are doing, the business you are doing, you always think long term, think about more for others. It's not really on you. You think about for your family, of course. Of course, first you have to have enough faith, enough value to manage yourself, not get so much disturbed from outside those material work. Nothing wrong with it to live that life, you know, but when you can make it, enjoy it. How you go to start is the key. You have to go through proper way, right? Make sure you don't hurt someone. You understand? So it's very important to have a long-term goal from the beginning. Even you want to do anything, you want to go learn something, learn some skill, or you want to do business or whatever, you have to find some way to get started. And then when you follow those principles day by day, year by year, you will reach there. Because sometimes a lot of people underestimate themselves. They always feel like, oh, I'm come from poor. I don't have nobody help me. I don't have a rich uncle. And I don't know those people. I don't know how to do business. People underestimate from the beginning, from their mind. So that's why they lock down entire creative. They limit themselves. So it's very important to know that whatever, where you're born from, which family, that is the past. That cannot determine in the future of you, right? The future is created by yourself. You just need to know where you get those information, how to do business, and that is very important. If you don't know, ask somebody, go learn, follow somebody for a couple of years to learn if you want to do that kind of business. And then after that, you will find a way, but you just have to step out, start first, and then you will find a solution on the road.
Well said, man. And I see that a lot too. It's like you said, people mentally limit themselves and they just don't even give themselves a chance to get to that next level and really have a dream and a vision that's like, hey, if this person can do it, so can I. And I think that is great advice that you're giving out there. And in many ways, you're a testament to that, you really, really are. As you were speaking about happiness, I know you work a lot, you're doing really tremendous things with, again, a lot of things on your plate, but what makes you happy and where do you find and get your joy from with all of that you have on your plate?
Happiness comes from within. Anything outside can make you happy, And so even just happy is just very short. It's not joyful, right? But if anything comes from inner, will last very long because that is very peaceful, very privacy places, So once you have that kind of willing to helping others, no matter how you're helping people to do business or how give people idea and people maybe just because of one work, give them confidence. Sometimes people are really, down. No matter any other way, when you help people because of you and they get benefit or they get, getting better, that is how you find happy because at least you find yourself valuable for others.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's funny. My aunt gave me that advice probably maybe close to 30 years ago, that you are responsible for your own happiness,
Correct.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
And that has always stuck with me.
You can choose your life. You want to live a good life, you want to live a miserable life, just because of you. If you choose to happy, even somebody try to provoke you, make you unhappy, you understand? But you can perceive that kind of energy. You just leave a distance, don't react. And then after you will calm down yourself.
And I'm sure, I would assume that the way you just explained everything and your approach to life, your approach to business, that you are bringing this to the business world, that you're bringing this to your businesses, you're bringing this to the Pinnacle and your team at the Pinnacle. This has to be rubbing off on your team and everybody that you're working with.
Yeah, because I come from China, I have the experience about the development, of course, because China only took 30 years to finish. Western took 300 years, industrial revolution, and then we have a lot of experience. And I live here for 12 years. Every day when I watch this side, such a beautiful place. We should have something nice happening here, and that's why that's how the idea comes, Pinnacle. And then we find 4 or 5 people say, hey, let's do something, and we just do it, And we believe it's gonna be happen because when you find the right people to do it, a genuine people, that is very important. Your partner, even people who work with you, you will have same kind of vision for this country, less selfish.
Yeah.
And then we can get together, right? Doing Pinnacle is not just for real estate, selling houses, apartments. That is not my philosophy. To be honest, I don't really like to do business because business, people always think about make pathway to reach and this and that. Because it depends how you manage your wave, you understand? Because it's an energy. If you can manage it good, it's benefit a lot of people. For example, like Pinnacle, it will redefine luxury industry. We bring planted residence, which is our first in Jamaica. And then it will change a lot of things, reshape the city, you know, and giving more confidence for other investors, right? It will change a lot of, you know, there are so many things exchange, like when we bring in new technology, new modern architecture, new lifestyle. Every day we can exchange it, the ideas, and that is how we make things different. Impact people, impact the neighborhood, impact the city, and the nation.
And one of the tagline of the Pinnacle is naturally the best address in Jamaica. And in coming here and you inviting me to your home, one of the main things you told me that we have to do is we have to go out and see the birds.
Yep.
And I understand that the environment and the natural environment and nature is very important to you. And so I'm excited to take this boat ride with you now, and I'm very happy that you invited me to do that. So why don't we go
I'm
ahead
very
and
happy to have you today to introduce into the world what is naturally the best address in Jamaica. As you can see the surrounding, we are in a fish sanctuary here, and we have bird sanctuary right there. Because today it's kind of, you know,
it's a little cloudy,
cloudy and raining, but if like the sunset day, you will see beautiful here. The water here is so calm, like mirror. You know, I can see the fish here.
Yeah.
And we are protect entire this environment, so we are monitored here. We have our foundation, Pinnacle Foundation, very care about environmental. I want people live very harmony, not only for luxury in apartment, but also this is your big backyard, which is you can have your family in a Sunday or holiday, you know, play on the water. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Beautiful.
Captain, we are ready.
Very, very passionate about Jamaica, you know, because I could tell you one of the motivations behind even starting my channel was going to other places around the world and saying and seeing, like, why don't we have this in Jamaica? Why can't we have this be better or that be better? And so I was like, man, if there's a way that I can get people to see what I see in Jamaica and the people who have the resources, I think we can build this country up. The first time I heard about the Pinnacle, before I knew you, before I knew your team or anything like that, I was just like so proud, like very, very, very proud. I was like, this is coming to Jamaica, this is coming to my country. Even though it's not my project, like this was my vision, because I'm like, this really shows the potential of what Jamaica can be.
That's why you are so important. You are very important to promote Jamaica. Just like you say, like other countries, they have so much resources and it's still not reached what it's supposed to reach. We just like Singapore, same way, no different. Look at that, Singapore, 1964, when our nation was independent here. Yeah? Singapore was come here to learn about tourism. They have nothing. Singapore have nothing in it. They don't have no resources, no oil. Country is so small. And that President Lee Kuan Yew is very, very impressive person. You understand? He's very brave and tough and straightforward. just tough like iron. Sometimes you need have that kind of faith, believe, say you can, and then you will inspire other people come and make it happen. They can make it. Why we don't make? We can. Yeah. We are the same, no different. Everybody same thing, look same thing, same culture. Yeah, we just need right people and work together, and that's it. Just simple like that. And you will see, I can beg you by after 10 years, you go back and look at this video. You understand? You will see Jamaica Luis, where the level we are now. Yeah, he will believe me. This is the key principles. Yeah.